What's going on, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Now, this is obviously a fairly new channel, and we are going to be doing a lot of different things. So, things from deck profiles if I or one of my friends do well, to showing people how we test, the different types of testing, and which testing I find most valuable, as well as things like meta trends, probably not market watches, but things of similar sorts that you already see on YouTube. But we will also be doing kind of analysis where we've got some breakdowns of games that we played, and we'll see and learn about misplays, etc. as well. Now, for the first video, we're going to start off with a deck profile. I won the Salisbury OTS today, went undefeated. I was playing Dracotail. It was a smaller event, wasn't a huge event or anything. Beat last year's UK national champion, which was pretty sick. It was a mirror match. And yeah, no, it was a fantastic time. Something I'd do again. We're doing actually really well this season. We've got a regional top and a OTS win already, which is pretty good. Big fan. Let's hope we can take it this good run through into Bologna, and yeah, let's get it straight into the deck profile. But yeah, so we started off with 3 Lucaius, 3 Famina, 3 Malulu, 1 Frixel, 1 Pan, and 1 Urgala. I didn't really see the reasoning to play more than one of each. This card is incredibly good if you play the branded variant. I wanted to play it pure today, purely because I haven't had that much testing with the branded variant yet. But yeah, I wouldn't change any of the engine ratios out at all. Something that loads of other people have been playing that I wasn't the biggest fan of until this event was Cartesia. I'm playing 2 Cartesia. Cartesia is full combo by itself. It also helps get into a couple of your link plays, and it also, should one of your fusions go to the grave in the end phase, it adds itself back. Moving on to the non-engine. Now, this deck is really cool because I can play a whole host of non-engine. We played, I think the best non-engine in this format is Droll. We played 3 Droll. And then arguably second best is Bell. This has got a really good place in the meta against things like Mitsurugi, Yummy, Dracotail, the traps. It's a really good card, and I think it's probably one of the best metas for this card, at least in recent years. We move on to the kind of things you expect in every deck. Fuel Loss, 3 Ash, and this is a bit of a rogue one, but Nib. I really like playing Nib. I managed to pull it off a couple times. It was really solid. Big. Again, when it comes to non-engine, I wouldn't change anything. I didn't like Perulia. I don't think this is the meta for Perulia, especially even with Yummy in the meta and something from hand. I just think it's very subpar. Even by a side deck card, I didn't side it at all. I didn't go for any kind of negation like Imperm or Vela. There's so much dodging that you can do, especially like with the Yummy Synchros. Malice is still a deck, so you've got the Malice ability to just banish themselves with the traps, and then obviously with Dracotail you can just fusion monsters off, which is really cool. So yeah, I didn't see huge value to that this time around. We also have Called by Prosp. Prosp was the 41st card, playing 41 cards in this list today. Didn't see it once, could probably cut it. I think it's good to kind of make sure that you see engine and multiple pushes, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if people cut it. In terms of non-engine for the spells, there's two more. We've got two super polys. Really like this card. This card is insane, especially against things like Yummy and even in the mirror. People don't really expect that much at the moment, so you super poly their whole board away and they kind of cry. Their recursion can only get them back to kind of a half board, and yeah, I think super poly is crazy. There's a lot of matchups that I wouldn't really want to see it in, which is why it's at 2, but I could definitely see people playing it at 3. And then last but not least, we just play the whole host of Dracotail spells and traps. We don't play all 3 traps. I didn't want to see all 3 in my hand. I played Flame and Sting. Wasn't the biggest fan of Sting in this event. I'd possibly go back to Horn. I think in my matchups today at least, there were more applications for Horn than Sting. Or you could even possibly play 2 Flames. It just depends. But yeah, so that's the main deck. 41 cards, pretty standard pure list. I don't think it's overly crazy. But yeah, we'll go into the side deck. Right, moving to the side deck, it's pretty standard. There's a couple things that possibly would catch people out. So we play 3 Arthalion. Really sick card. There are times where you can make 3 all in one game. It's broken. 1 Gulimar. I didn't feel the need to kind of put this more than 1. 1 is okay. We've got Sec Dragon and Mysterion. This in the mirror match is pretty much GG. It's absolutely insane. It came up clutch, and then Mysterium never came up for me today, but it is a hell of a card. Now, I play 3 more fusions. I don't play a huge fusion package in Dracotail, and those are the 3 super poly targets. For me, my dragon was the MVP. I made Guru once against a Yummy player, but this in itself to fuse off my opponent's Lycaeus and my Arthalion when Sec Dragon was in the grave, or when there was no real value to making Sec Dragon. Making him my dragon is perfect. Now for links, we played Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Seals, that's kind of like your, I wouldn't say mandatory, but if you're not playing the branded version, those are kind of your mandatory links. Now I played Dark. I think in the mirror match in particular, making Dark stealing Malulu is ridiculous, and it's got really good applications to make SP should you play something like a Mitsurugi opponent or similar. Having that opportunity to make SP is just really good as well. Now we played 2 Xyz monsters. The first being quite obvious, it's being Typhon. Typhon. In this deck, most decks it's like a lose condition. You kind of make it when you're about to lose. This deck, I have made it going second a lot, but then during my opponent's turn I'm able to kind of combo freely. It's really broken. And last but not least is Hope Harbinger. This really cool monster. When your board gets flooded with things like Arthalion being brought back from the graveyard, and it's just kind of really Arthalion and possibly something like Sec Dragon, you can make Hope Harbinger, and then when you detach the material, you will detach the one that would be banished, and it goes to graveyard instead, so it kind of gives you that infinite loop. Now for the side deck. The side deck is a bit of a weird one, a bit different, but out there. We played 2 Bastilles, Magnum and Driss, not Driss, or Baldrake. Baldrake was chosen instead of Driss for this event, purely because I didn't feel that Driss would have done that much going into this event. I was expecting a lot of Lunalight, a lot of Malice, and I think Baldrake's ability to just kind of banish on summon is insane. We played 3 Gameciel. Gameciel, really cool. There's no like extra reason for it other than the fact that it's really good to get rid of Lugger Dancer and without using your normal summon. 2 Phantasme, because Malice is still a deck. We played Talents, Harpies. Harpies is the only kind of back row that I play, and even then I was debating of whether or not to put it in. I don't think it's a huge back row format. Talents, it's the Saki one-off, but again, it's insane. I like it. I didn't play Thrust, so if I saw it, I saw it. If I didn't see it, oh well. Then I played 3 Dark Ruler no more. Dark Ruler for me is really good into the Yummy matchup. A lot of other decks have great recurrence and can play around this really easily, but Yummy struggle quite a lot into breakers. And whilst Yummy's not a matchup that Dracotail struggles with, it is something that I would just kind of like to break their whole board and then build my own and then turn it into a grind game. Because once you've got it into a grind game, it's a lot better for Dracotail. And last but not least, it's kind of the most popular floodgate at the moment, is D-Barrier. D-Barrier is a pretty self-explanatory card. It's great against Yummy, it's great against Mitsurugi, and it's great against Dracotail. Being able to call Fusion, Ritual, Xyz, Synchro, it's just broken. And yeah, I mean, it's even good against K9 strategies, to be fair. But yeah, great card. I hated it when it was played against me, but at the same time, I love drawing it, so it's one of those, it's a necessary evil, this format, I think. But yes, so that ends my profile for today. Hopefully I will come back to you next week with OTS 29 winner box. We might be able to record some games from that, and if we do, I will be putting them straight on the channel. We can analyze it. But yeah, put your thoughts down below, and I will check you in the next video. Alright, cheers for now. Peace.